Hey, hello and welcome everyone to your evening meditation. So I'm just going to be doing about a 20-minute meditation on Manual for Teachers this evening. Section 3 of the Manual for Teachers. What are the levels of teaching is the question we're going to be answering. So just going somewhere where you're not going to be disturbed for the next few minutes, next 20 minutes. Put your phone on mute or silent. Sitting comfortably in your favorite meditation posture. So that might be sitting with your feet shoulder width apart on a chair. Cup your hands in your lap. Keep your back straight. Support your back if you need to. You can sit cross-legged on the floor, on a bed, on a cushion, in lotus or half lotus. If you know what those positions mean, then by all means. Only requirements really to make yourself comfortable. You're not going to be disturbed over the next 20 minutes by physical discomfort, and keep your back straight because we're going to be raising the energy up the spine with the breath. Very helpful if your back is straight. So making sure you're comfortable. Put your phone on mute or silent if you haven't done that. Close your eyes. And just start off by taking a nice deep breath in through the nose. As though you're breathing into your belly button, just inflating the stomach like a balloon, blowing it up. Squeeze the sphincter muscle. It's the muscle you use to contract the flow of urine at the base of the spine. Squeeze the last drops out, creates an energy lock as well as a pumping action. So feel this life energy, kundalini energy that's known. Just being pumped up the spine, and you draw it up the spine with your breath into the middle back, into your heart center. Put one hand over your heart, just connecting in with your heart space. All these subtle sensations of the breath, just bringing your mind into present moment awareness. Another sip of air in, draw the energy up the spine, into your upper chest, into your upper back, and then draw it all the way up into the crown of the head. Pause at the top of the inhale. So it's a maximal inhale breath. Take another sip of air in. Just drawing the energy all the way up, cresting like a wave. Top of the inhale. Pause. And scan your mind. So just noticing any thoughts and emotions going on, particularly anything negative, anything that's limiting, constricting, restricting, contracted. And notice how that shows up in your body. Maybe there's a knot in your stomach, sinking feeling in your stomach, tightness in your chest, clenched jaw, clenched fists, dry mouth, sweaty palms, tension in some part of your body. Maybe there's pain somewhere. Just noticing all of this. Take another sip of air and just surround it with some presence. Just looking at it without judgment. There's no judgment of yourself or having this pain or this discomfort. It's very much in this clear space of observing. That space, you can probably observe that these physical sensations, the feelings aren't very pleasant. These are really not what you want to hold on to. So just make the decision now to let go of them. Take another sip of air in. It's a maximal inhale breath. And just going to decide that you're going to let it all go, at least for the next 20 minutes. Give yourself a time out of these destructive thoughts and emotions. Just blow it all out with your breath as you exhale. Let it all go. The breath as you're blowing it out like a black smoke out of your mouth. It's leaving your energy system, leaving your body, leaving your mind. Pull the lower stomach sharply into the spine. Expel the last remaining air out. And just rest here for a few moments in the stillness. In the gaps between breaths, you can really connect with this deep peace and stillness that lie in the pauses. In fact, all these words, all these lessons, all the practices, just pointing you into the gap. So breathing in again. Nice deep inhale in through the nose. Notice how the stomach rises. Imagine you breathing into the belly button. Second phase of the breath into the heart center. Draw the energy up the spine, lock the sphincter muscle. Clench the sphincter muscle. Put your hand on your heart. Connecting with your heart space. Bring your mind totally into the present moment. Just drawing it up into the crown of your head. Pause. Top of the inhale, smile. And then exhale. Just sigh it all out. Like a sighing sound on the back of your throat. Let the air flow out of your nostrils, chest and the stomach. Just suck back in. Feel that energy just subsiding back down the front channel of your body, into your lower stomach and your spine. And just coming to rest. Pause at the bottom of the exhale, smile. Find that peace and that stillness, and then breathe in again. So nice deep breath in, stomach rises, chest rises. Notice the subtle flow of air into the nostrils. Noticing all these subtle sensations of the breath. Stepping back, watching the breath, and allowing the breath to take you deeper and deeper into slowly heavy, warm, relaxed state, calm, relaxed, peaceful state. Keep watching your breath. Imagine a lovely, lump, heavy, warm, relaxed feeling flowing down from the crown of your head, through the back of your head, through your face, relaxing your jaw. Breathing into your neck and your shoulders. And this lovely, lump, heavy, warm, relaxed feeling flowing down into your neck and shoulders. Dropping the shoulders down away from the ears. Sigh it all out, just letting go of any tension in your neck and shoulders. And this lovely, lump, heavy, warm, relaxed feeling flow down through your upper arms, through your triceps, your biceps, down through your elbows, into your forearms, your wrists, your hands, your fingers. So your arms are just hanging lumpily and heavily off your body, full of weight and then pressing down into your lap. Getting more and more relaxed with each breath, and then this lovely, lump, heavy, warm, relaxed sensation just seep down like warm water from your neck and shoulders. Just breathe that slowly, lump, heavy, warm, relaxed feeling all the way up from your fingertips through your arms into your neck and shoulders. Noticing any tension there. Just rolling the shoulders forward, rolling the shoulders back as you drop the tension, drop your shoulders away from the ears. Just let it all go. Sigh it all out and feel this really lump, heavy, warm, relaxed feeling seeping down like warm water into your chest, your upper back, down into your stomach, your lower back. Really lump, heavy, warm, relaxed feeling. Just accumulating in your stomach. Your stomach is soft and warm, filled up with this warm water like a hot water bottle. And just feel that lovely, comforting, warm, soft sensation flowing down from your stomach, through your groin, into your buttocks, into your legs, up the thighs, the back of your thighs, through your knees, down through your shins, into your calves, down through your ankles, into your feet and your toes. So your whole body, from the crown of your head to the tips of your toes, completely lump heavy, warm, and relaxed. Nowhere else to go, there's nothing else to do. Just keep watching your breath, breathe, relax, be still. Sink in a little bit deeper with each breath, just going deeper and deeper into this lovely, peaceful, calm, relaxed state of mind. If you listen to these words I'm going to share with you, this is from section 3 of the Manual for Teachers. Just keep watching your breath to keep your mind nice and still, calm, empty, open, but aware. Put your hand on your heart center to anchor yourself into your heart state. And just listen emotionally, listen, let the words just seep into your awareness, going into a deeper part of your mind, the subconscious. And as you start to absorb the frequency of the words, you start to feel more peace and love and joy. That's really the only purpose of listening, to take you into an altered state of consciousness. It's not about intellectually understanding as much as listening emotionally and energetically. So I'll remind you to do that every so often, to keep watching your breath. Let's listen to what Jesus has to say in answer to the question, what are the levels of teaching? The teachers of God, the teachers of love, if you prefer, or substitute the word God, the word love, which I'll do as we go on, have no set teaching level. Each teaching learning situation involves a different relationship at the beginning, although the ultimate goal is always the same, to make of the relationship a holy relationship, in which both can look upon the Son of God, the extension of love in each other as sinless. There is no one from whom a teacher of God or a teacher of love cannot learn. There is no one whom he cannot teach. However, from a practical point of view, he cannot meet everyone, nor can everyone find him. Therefore, the plan includes very specific contacts to be made for each teacher of God, each teacher of love. There are no accidents in salvation. Those who are to meet will meet because together they have the potential for a holy relationship. They are ready for each other. So just pause there, watch your breath, smile. Maybe you've had an experience of this in your own life. So maybe if that's the case, just acknowledge it. We've all come into contact at some point with people who've taught us valuable lessons. Any true lesson is being taught by a teacher of God in that moment, even if they don't think of themselves as such. But the simplest level of teaching appears to be quite superficial. It consists of what seem to be very casual encounters, a, quote, chance meeting of two apparent strangers in an elevator, a child who's not looking where he's going running into an adult by chance, quote, two students happening, quote, to walk home together. These are not chance encounters. Each of them has the potential for becoming a teaching, learning situation. Perhaps the seeming strangers in the elevator will smile to them. Perhaps the adult will not scold the child for bumping into. Perhaps the students will become friends. Even at the level of the most casual encounter, it is possible for two people to lose sight of separate interests, if only for a moment. That moment will be enough. Salvation has come. Just pause and reflect on that. You've had these casual encounters before. And this can happen anywhere. It could just be standing in the line at the supermarket and you have a little holy encounter with the teller, with someone who you don't really know. and maybe never see them again. It doesn't matter, because in the moment you were connected. And as you said, that moment will be enough. It's difficult to understand, Jesus continues, the levels of teaching the universal course. The concept is meaningless in reality, as is time. The illusion of one amidst the illusion of the other. In time, the teacher of God, the teacher of love, seems to begin to change his mind about the world, the single decision, and then learns more and more about the new direction as he teaches it. We've covered the illusion of time already. The illusion of levels of teaching seems to be something different. Perhaps the best way to demonstrate that these levels cannot exist is simply to say that any level of the teaching learning situation is part of God's plan, love's plan for atonement or at one-ment. Love's plan for one-ment. Plan is that we all go back to oneness and we merge with each other. And his plan or this plan can have no levels, being a reflection of his will. Salvation is always ready and always there. God's teachers work at different levels, but the result is always the same. So just pause, reflect on that, keep watching your breath. That's still calm, spacious awareness the breath activates. You listen, just let these words sink in. Maybe there's recognition in what they're saying, you recognize in the situations in your own life. Well, let's continue, because there's two more levels of teaching and learning that this is going to tell us about. So each teaching learning situation is maximum in the sense that each person involved will learn the most that he can from the other person at that time. In this sense, and in this sense only, we can speak of levels of teaching. Using the term in this way, the second level of teaching is a more sustained relationship in which, for a time, two people enter into a fairly intense teaching-learning situation and then appear to separate. As with the first level, these meetings are not accidental, nor is what appears to be the end of the relationship a real end. Again, each has learned the most he can at the time, yet all who meet will someday meet again, for it is the destiny of all relationships to become holy. God is not mistaken in his Son. Love is not mistaken in its own extension, which is us, all of us. So just keep watching your breath, staying nice and calm, empty, open, but aware, as we close this section out with the third level of teaching that occurs in relationships, which, once they are formed, are lifelong. These are teaching learning situations in which each person is given a chosen learning partner who represents him or her, obviously, with unlimited opportunities for learning. These relationships are generally few, because their existence implies that those involved have reached a stage simultaneously in which the teaching-learning balance is actually perfect. This does not mean that they necessarily recognize this. In fact, they generally do not. They may even be quite hostile to each other for some time, perhaps for life. Yet, should they decide to learn it, the perfect lesson is before them and can be learned. But if they decide to learn that lesson, they become the saviors of the teachers who falter and may even seem to fail. No teacher of God, no teacher of love can fail to find the help he needs. And smile at that. It's a very comforting thought. So we're just going to sink in to a deeper place in your mind for the next couple of minutes. Nothing else to do, there's nowhere else to go. Just breathe, watch your breath, relax, be still. Allow yourself to go a little bit deeper with each breath into this lovely, peaceful, calm, relaxed state within. Now, breathe and just be still. Nowhere else to go, nothing else to do, nothing else to think about. The next 2 minutes of silence, breathe, relax, be still. Sink into this place of salvation in your own mind. The next 2 minutes of silence. And if any thoughts come in to disturb this peace, just observe them casually in a very detached way. Imagine they're like cloud patterns just drifting across the sky. And no power to obscure the eternal sky, your true awareness, or the sun, which is the source of our awareness. So just let them go with the breath, blow them away with the wind of your breath. And sink in to this eternally serene sky, your true awareness. For another minute of silence. And so just very gently move back, the count of 3 into an awareness of the body, of the world. So 1, just breathing in, noticing the stomach rising, the chest rising, subtle flow of air into the nostrils. Pause in the top of the inhale. Smile, connect with the peace and the stillness and the gap between breaths. And then you exhale, just you exhale, sigh it all out. So you're fogging sunglasses, and you keep your mouth closed. You notice the vibration in your throat, the air flowing out of your nostrils, chest and the stomach sucking back in. And the energy just subsides back down like a wave breaking back into the ocean, sighing back down into the lower stomach, the groin. Pause there. So that's 1, 2, just noticing the weight of your body pressing down into the chair, the feet touching the ground. Breathing in again. Noticing maybe there's a subtle smell in your nose, a taste in your mouth. Notice what you're hearing in the surrounding environment. Noticing all these things from a very still, calm, connected state of mind. There's no judgment. You don't need to name what you're perceiving, to judge it, to label it in any way. Just allow it to be as it is. And then 3, just open your eyes. Apply the same principle to whatever you see. So just looking around you for 30 seconds. Noticing the various objects in the room or wherever you happen to be surrounding you. Let your eyes rest pretty randomly on an object for 2 or 3 seconds, then move on to something else. Then again, something else. Do that for half a dozen objects. Again, don't name it, judge it, label it. No mental interpretation. So start noticing is that the underlying awareness is the same. It doesn't really matter what you perceive. The underlying awareness, ground of being, the true nature, true reality, no matter what you call it, is always the same. So just training your mind in this non-judgmental perception is the best way of learning to forgive on a moment-by-moment basis. So make forgiveness your default perception. Simply means you don't judge. There's no interpretation, and certainly no emotions that arise. It's just an underlying peace and happiness that are your natural states. So on that note, I wish you much peace and happiness for the rest of the evening. Hope this meditation has helped you to connect deeply with that peace. And if you're in the Art of Letting Go community, just use the shorter recording that I sent you this morning to top up your tank of presence. If anything comes in to disturb your peace this evening, just use that short recording. It's only a few minutes just to reconnect with this presence and let go and find your flows. Remember, it's quite a nice little mantra to remember. If anything negative seems to happen, it's really just another opportunity to breathe, let go, and find your flow by applying today's workbook lesson, which is very simple. The Son of God, the extension of love, is my true identity. So I wish you good practicing, much love, peace, and flow. And I hope to connect with you tomorrow evening. Tomorrow our session is going to be at 8 o'clock. It's a bit later. It's part of the Art of Letting Go masterclass, doing a meditation based on the 10-step letting go process I've created, which is based on the course's teachings to start with, and then go into the masterclass. So if you're out there on YouTube and you'd like to join, find out more about the Art of Letting Go community and program that I've designed to help you to work through the Course in Miracles. We'll be talking about that tomorrow at 8 p.m. South African time, 6 p.m. UK time, which is also GMT time. And I believe that's 2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time in the US. Wherever you are, just go to vaolg.com to book and join us. Then if you're part of the community, then it's the same login details as always. Hope to connect with you then, and that's love and peace. Namaste, which means the divine love and peace in me honors and acknowledges that same love and peace in you.